We are officially back to school in Oklahoma. The vast majority of kids return to class this week, my own kids included, and they are returning to classrooms at a time education in the Sooner State is in flux. New laws regarding literacy and recess, with debates over the role of technology and AI likely just starting. Plus, a race for a new state superintendent is heating up as the soon-to-be former state superintendent was just given a new role. Joining me here on this Sunday, State Superintendent Lindel Fields, also now the new Secretary of Education, Lindel Fields. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you.
Oh, it's so good to be here. Good to see you again.
I'll tell you what.
Right?
The governor must love you because twice now he's appointed you to two different jobs. They're going to end at the same time, at the end of his term, at the end of your state superintendent term.
Yeah.
When he told you that he was going to, he said, let's make you the Secretary of Education as well. What was your immediate reaction when he brought this up?
Well, I said, well, let me think about that. I did jokingly say, how much does that pay? And of course, there's no pay associated with the Secretary of Education role, but I was certainly honored. The wife and I talked about it because there's some additional responsibilities, even though it's a short term, but completely honored to serve in the role and to be asked by the governor to do it. So absolutely. As
you understand it, is there any change to your day-to-day because of this role addition that you have here? Because you're already, obviously, you're a busy guy. You're trying to do a lot of things in what has been a pretty short amount of time here as state superintendent.
So day to day, a little bit. So Evan, you may not know, but as state superintendent, I serve on 25 boards and commissions. Now, as secretary, it'll be closer to 30. So there's a role with OEQA that will require a little bit of my time. So there will be some additional work, but it aligns nicely. So it's certainly doable.
Right. There was in recent years, if you follow this sort of stuff, that there was a fight over whether or not these dual roles were even legal.
Right.
The state Supreme Court has made it clear that they do believe it is so, and so that is clear. I was reading up on what the the Secretary of Education does. There is an oversight component to the job where you're overseeing education in the state. And so I guess the only question that really I have is, do you see any conflict of interest where part of the role here is now you are doing oversight of the work you are doing as state superintendent?
Oh, that's a good point. I see your point because I already serve on the chair. I'm the chair of the Career Tech Board and serve on the other boards.
Right, and the secretary role oversees that.
Yes. So no, I don't see any conflicts. Historically, it's been the case where the head serves as a secretary as well. I don't see any conflicts at all. I see them complementing each other very well, so I don't see any problems there. When
you first got this job, we were sitting right here and we talked about your goals and you talked about readying, kind of steadying the ship a bit, and you talked to educators around the state, and I think that by and large they will say that you have done that. Yeah. You also had some, you said, I want to make a mark. I don't just want to do that. I want to make changes. I want to make improvements. I want to set Oklahoma education on a positive path forward. Where do you think you've succeeded most in that, and where do you still feel like you have the most room to gain with the few months that you have left?
Yeah, so if you remember, teacher recruitment and retention, literacy, and career pathways. So literacy, certainly not my idea, right? A lot of people were involved with that, so we made great strides with literacy. But specifically over the summer, about 450 teachers have been trained in partnership with our local colleges to provide them with training to be better reading specialists and teachers. So I'm really, really proud of that. We've added 20 new reading coaches at the State Department. Happy about that. But most importantly, our work for teachers, traditionally trained teachers and emergency certified teachers. We've partnered with 6 universities to provide specific training to get those emergency certified teachers trained up and into the classrooms. I think you're going to see a dramatic drop in emergency certified teachers. Now, emergency certified was a way to help shore up teacher shortages, but these are great industry professionals that have a lot to offer. We've just got to get them educated so they can be successful in the classroom. So at this point, I'm really happy about that.
So is the whole goal here with the emergency certified teachers, when you say train them up so then we can take that emergency certification off of their title?
That's exactly right. So emergency certified means they may have let's say you're an accountant and you want to teach math.
A news anchor.
A news anchor, and you want to teach history. I don't know, right?
Right, it would be better than math,
Right.
but yes, continue.
So you want to teach math, so you can get in there and start teaching before you pass the actual test to become the teacher, and you have to take some classes, pedagogy. So you're an accountant, but learning how to teach is a very different thing. So we got to take some classes, and we got to pass the test. As soon as we pass the test, the designation comes off. So getting that pathway clear and done quickly, so it's not spread out over a long period of time, and that pedagogy training helps work with student discipline and organization and methodology. So just the training you would do in any new job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going forward, what's the biggest thing that you think that needs the attention? And maybe what's the biggest thing that's going to be there when you step out of the role that is going to need the most attention still?
Well, I think we still need to work to recruiting teachers is a challenge, but keeping them is the real challenge. So I think aligning those expectations
is it
with
money?
the legislation.
Is it money with that?
Well, I think money for our new teachers, our first-year teachers, we're still one of the lower paid in the country for our first-year teachers. Mm-hmm. If we're here a few years, we do better. We're about 37th in the country. So that entry into the profession is certainly a challenge. But staying there is because sometimes we don't have the appropriate training because it's a lot. A lot of people think they can teach, but it's a lot. So yeah, I think still working with our teachers, and then I think having the state having a plan, a long-term plan for what we want education to look like, and then let's back into that plan on ways to get there would be something I think the state needs to work on. If I was going to be in this role, that would be something I would put at the top of my list.
Have you been encouraged at the amount of attention education has been getting at the lawmaking level? It's been education legislation has been the hot topic for really the past year or two now.
Was sure. I mean, we get legislation around literacy. There was
a lot of it. Yeah.
Teacher pay raise. There was also legislation around math this year. So I'm excited about that. I think now though it's time to go to work. We have enough plays. Let's execute on those plays and start to see the fruits of our labor before we add more.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, do you see yourself again? The state superintendent. You were appointed to this after Ryan Walters left, but this is an elected position.
Right.
There's a campaign going on right now. There's a Republican runoff that's going to be later this month. Do you see yourself endorsing any of the candidates in this race?
Not at this time, and here's why. I know one of the candidates. I know Robert Franklin. I've known him for years. I had the opportunity to sit down or over the phone meet with Janetti Marshall.
Yep.
I have not had the opportunity to meet with the other gentleman, and I don't
James
think
Taylor, yes.
James Taylor. So I don't think you can really endorse or not endorse somebody that you haven't
you
met.
haven't had a chance to meet.
Right, and I'm looking forward. I believe there's a debate later this week to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's next for you after this?
Yeah, that's the question of the day. So after retiring, I was doing lots of leadership development. I see some of that on the horizon, but I also see running another organization in my future as well.
Okay, well, tell you what, you still got a few months to go.
Yeah,
here
I do.
with not just one, but two jobs now.
Right.
Come on back and see us one more time on this program before it's all said and done, okay?
I'll be glad to do that. Thanks so much for having me.
Lindel Fields with us here, the state superintendent and the Secretary of Education. It's always good to see you.
Great to be with you, my friend.
Absolutely.